Home Sweet Home Alone is the sixth installment in the Home Alone film franchise and tells the story of a young boy who is left home alone by his parents as they're going on a trip, on a vacation on Christmas, and two burglars need to sneak into the house to get something. And so he sets up booby traps and everything to fight off against the criminal. It sounds like I'm talking about the first movie. Kind of am. Though there are a few key differences with this film. For one, the motivation of the villains. So the criminals here are a married couple that have lost their doll, which they found out is worth a fortune online. And so they wanted to sell it, but they believed that the kid who came into their house one time when they were trying to sell the house because they were in debt, they believe he stole it while they weren't looking. So obviously, the logical thing is to break into the kid's house. Good characters. As you could tell, there's already something wrong. The criminals here aren't really bad people. And so when the inevitable traps come into play, you actually kind of feel bad for these people and how much pain they are inflicted upon. I mean, sure, it's wrong to break into a house and everything, but they aren't like trying to kill the kid. I mean, that's why the traps in the original films work. Harry and Marv are assholes. And so, they deserve all the pain brought upon them. Here, these guys, it was just a misunderstanding about a doll. And it just felt wrong in a way. And what is also weird about the film is how it decided to focus so much on the villains to the point where they actually felt like the main characters. Everything else about the kid and his parents leaving him alone, it just felt like a secondary thing. It kind of reminds me of Bilbo in the Hobbit films, most notably the Desolation of Smaug. Now, the Desolation of Smaug is my favorite of the Hobbit movies, but Bilbo felt like a secondary character in that film next to Thorin Oakenshield. I felt the same way with this kid and the villains. The villains are given a lot of screen time to develop and everything, and I just felt like it was unnecessary because this kid is supposed to be our main focus, yet we're focusing on these characters that really aren't that very well established in my opinion, and just felt really off in this franchise. I don't know. I just don't think the way they executed this difference was handled very well, most notably at the end. Because everything that's being set up just felt like it was setting up something good, but the ending, when the traps come into play, just ruined everything. Filmmaking wise, it is obviously cheaply made, but what surprised me the most about it is how much it did remind me of the Lion King remake, in which it hits all the major beats in a checklist sort of way of how the original film played out, but it did not include any of the scenes that created those iconic moments work. I mean, at least the Lion King remake had the balls to copy literally everything and just add a few new scenes here and there just to make it longer, but here they added everything but the important bits that make those moments work. And the original film had a lot of clever writing, a lot of clever visual storytelling. And I'm not saying that the original film is like a masterpiece of cinema, but it was a very well made film that was extremely fun with likable characters and a story that made sense. Here, the mother storyline felt rushed. The kid himself felt rushed. We were only focused on the villains. And just the whole story just felt like it was dragging on and on and on. And I didn't care what happens with the kid because he literally got no development himself. And we were supposed to care for him and his mother. I didn't even know he was going through an arc, to be honest. Everything here just felt so rushed, cheaply made. The directing was sloppy. It was what I expected, to be honest. After watching that first trailer, I knew this was going to be something bad. And it was. It was as bad as I expected. A few redeeming qualities. The actors are at least trying. But unfortunately, the script cannot do them justice in any way. A lot of their lines are cringeworthy. The updated technology and everything just felt kind of out of place here. At least it's not to a ridiculous extent like Home Alone 4. But this movie mostly suffered from a bad script. And that is what really tanked this film. And unfortunately, I have to give this film an F. I cannot think of any major redeeming qualities about this. I cannot recommend this. This is a terrible film. Go watch something else. Go watch the original Home Alone, Home Alone 2. Even Home Alone 3 had more of a story and more likable characters. Okay? But yeah, these are my thoughts on the new Home Sweet Home Alone. Let me know what you guys think of the film in the comments down below. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time.